morning, the Prime Minister announced a 6-month suspension of these tax increases. Well, you've been following these violent demonstrations. Is that going to be enough to appease protesters?
Well, it was indeed a very interesting experience to witness how much the French government has had to give in. Just now, Edouard Philippe announcing the suspension of this hike, a temporary suspension, a suspension that will take place for 6 months. But of course, there's also a promise not to raise the price of electricity and gas. And he once again highlighted the government's commitment to stick to a raise of the minimum salary. Some of those items were demands by the Yellow Vests. But the most interesting aspect in this speech of Edouard Philippe really was his tone. He spoke about hearing the anger of the French people, about the injustices that the French people have been dealing with. He spoke about the mother that works all day and still can't afford to pay the bills in her household. He spoke about how several people in this country are struggling. And of course, this has been precisely the discourse of those taking to the streets. They say their salaries are no longer enough. There are many people here in this country who live below the poverty line. Edouard Philippe also said that the state, the government, must stay strong, must stay firm, but that no tax is worth the unity in this country. He believes that the state of the country right now really called on the government to capitulate, if you will, at least temporarily, to give up on some of those reforms, to perhaps find another solution to address the issues in a different way. There will, of course, be these popular consultations that will start in the next few weeks and are expected to last 3 months. Edouard Philippe really said once again that that is the way forward for the French government, that the French government will work with the French people in order to find a solution. And as you mentioned, Isabel, he called on those who want to demonstrate once again on Saturday to do so peacefully. He once again said that the state will not stand idle and that those who committed the acts of violence last Saturday will be punished.